back. This is BoomerLife on Sept26.50.
Let me go home.
And welcome back to the show. This is BoomerLife on Sept26.50. I'm Joanne Sutton. Thanks for joining us today. I'm joined in the studio with Carolina Arosa, president of HomeCareAssistance, and Peter Sillen, principal at Diamond Geriatrics. We wanted to talk about some of the examples, and we have been over the course of the show, of how HomeCareAssistance and Diamond Geriatrics have actually worked together to help provide a holistic approach to caring for seniors in this province, in the Lower Mainland. And I know, Carolina, you've described to us how your company, HomeCareAssistance, truly stands out from some of the other service providers that have similar business models in the neighborhood. But I wanted you to talk a little bit now about your cognitive therapeutics program. We haven't really expanded on this at all.
Yeah. So this is a program that I'm really proud of, and I think we're the only agency that really developed our very own sort of dementia care program. So how this came about is, with the growing epidemic of dementia, HomeCareAssistance took it upon themselves to hire a neuropsychologist to really explore non-pharmacological interventions that can really help slow cognitive decline. So with that, they put together cognitive therapeutics method. And so it's a series of workbooks and tools that our caregivers can do one-on-one with their clients in the comforts of their own home. Now, I know there are a lot of memory care programs out there, softwares on the computer that seniors can use, but I think what really differentiates our program, first and foremost, is that it is done in a non-clinical setting. It is done one-on-one with a live person, not with a computer. I mean, seniors as it is are daunted by technology. So to have them take a software app or a game online to sort of test their memory is already daunting. What more if they feel like they're being tested? So with our program, it's meant to be done, again, where they're comfortable in a very nurturing way. Secondly, a lot of these memory care programs target just that, just the memory. With cognitive therapeutics, we target the 5 different domains of the brain. So memory, executive function, attention, visual, spatial perception, and language. So again, we have over 100 different activities that our caregivers can do that target all these different domains of the brain. And lastly, I think what really makes our program different is that it's very flexible and it can be tailored to the level of cognition of the client. So the level of difficulty can be tailored. So if, a client is just suffering from, let's say, even mild depression or some short-term memory loss, they can start at a higher level with a certain activity versus someone who has like advanced dementia, they can start at a much lower level. So again, it's very flexible, it's customizable. And again, it really what we always tell our caregivers is make sure that you don't make the client feel like they're being tested. Make this something that's fun. The important thing at the end of the day is that they are being stimulated mentally and that they feel empowered by the whole experience. And true enough, I mean, we've done this with a number of our clients and, we've had family members come to us and say, my grandfather never used to remember our names. And now, because of all that focus he's putting into all these different activities, he can now remember our names. And his balance is so much more improved because of that focus. And he carries himself higher and prouder. My other client said he was an architect before. And because as soon as he was diagnosed with dementia, it debilitated him and he refused to pick up a pencil. But because of cognitive therapeutics, there's some activities that require drawing. He picked up a pencil and he was surprised to find out how much he can still actually do. So that sense of empowerment, again, sort of breathes new life into our clients. And again, it's not a cure for dementia. We know there is no way to cure the disease as of yet, but there is a way to slow the progress. And there is a way to, again, make our clients feel empowered and stimulated along the way. And so we're very excited about the results that we've been seeing with our clients.
I think it's great that you even have tangible results that you've witnessed from the program. And I know it's a huge concern of aging baby boomers, not only for ourselves, but for our aging parents as well, because there's about 44 million people living with dementia globally. That means over 750,000 Canadians currently living with Alzheimer's or some form of dementia or cognitive impairment.
Yeah, I really want
want to add that a couple of things. One is that's really important about the cognitive therapeutics that Home Care Assistance does is it's done not online, it's done via relationship. And we know that one of the things that helps with dementia is relationship. Yeah. So just the basis of it is really important there. That again, that undoing aloneness and people feeling they have someone with them. Second thing is a lot of people don't understand that dementia is not just about memory loss, but it's about loss with things like what Carolina said, executive function. That means planning, insight, judgment,
comprehension.
Decision making. That's a decision, executive function. Or it's spatial awareness, that kind of thing. So when people understand what dementia is, then they understand especially why this program is so good. The other thing is just along those lines and this is part of what I do, is as I teach people about dementia, then they say, because I'll say, well, my mother can do this and this. And I say, yes, but what you're seeing is their lack of insight, their lack of judgment. So they may not just be stubborn. It may be they don't have the capacity anymore. So that's what caregivers, family members need to know about dementia, and also in terms of this program, Cognitive Therapeutics, why it's so helpful, because it targets all of those things.
Home care assistants are home care providers with a vision to change the way that the world ages, caring individuals dedicated to what they call a holistic approach to home care, an approach to care that focuses on areas like nutrition, physical exercise, mental stimulation, and social interaction. So does home care assistants provide palliative care?
Yes, we do that as well. So we work, very closely as well with, the government. So if they provide hospice care toward the end of life, our caregivers are able to supplement that care as well. Again, we provide care for all types of conditions that a senior faces throughout their life.
And post-hospitalization.
Post-hospitalization as well. And I think the really important thing about our post-hospitalization care is that our case managers actually go into the hospital. They don't wait until the client is discharged. They actually go into the hospital to see for themselves what is the current condition of the client and do the assessment there. But at the same time, use that opportunity to talk to the discharge planners, the physical therapist, the occupational therapist, the doctor, to see, what they recommend to help the client successfully rehabilitate at home. So it's really, we work very closely with all these different healthcare professionals to ensure a seamless transition back home and to ensure that the client doesn't go back into the hospital.
So I think some of the most important things that we've summarized today and that we've learned from the both of you, from Home Care Assistance and from Diamond Geriatrics, is that seniors have options. They have choices. They can get help in any form in that whatever it is that they need to fulfill the needs for living a happy, healthy, comfortable life. They can get that service anywhere they call their home, and they're not alone. Peter, not just seniors and family members,
and caregivers.
They're caregivers as well. So, Peter, just to wrap up, I wanted to know, in your words, what do you get out of this, providing this service?
I see a lot of grief. I see a lot of sadness. I see a lot of sense of helplessness and hopelessness. But what I get out of it is knowing that I can make a difference, and people can go from that feeling or that outlook to things can be better. That I'm not alone. I'm not helpless. I'm not hopeless. And my life can be better. And to me, that's such an exciting and heartwarming transition. And so that's what helps me keep going.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
And the best way for people to get a hold of you, your website or a phone number?
Yeah,
or
they can just go to diamondgeriatrics.com. They can send me an email at eldercare@diamondgeriatrics.com or 778-885-5695 is my cell.
Peter Sullen from Diamond Geriatrics. And thanks to you, Carolina, for joining us as well.
Thank you.
Home Care Assistance, Vancouver.ca, if you want some more information about this company. I am Joanne Sutton on BoomerLife. I want to say thanks to you for joining us today on CL 650.